Hi, my name is Eric Verdi. If you made it to this website, you're probably a neighbor of mine. I live right here near Urbana, or also you might be interested in selling your home. If so, in the next few minutes, I'd like to tell you about a program that I've been working on for about a year that is so unique, so groundbreaking that until now has been off limits to you and only available to Frederick teachers. That program is called the Warren Buffett Approach to Sell Real Estate. You see, 12 months or so ago, I created the teacher-only program to give back to hardworking, underappreciated teachers, administrators, and school support staff within Frederick County schools. This revolutionary program was created not just to help teachers achieve their real estate goals or to sell homes for more money, but to give back to our community, our schools, as well as to raise money for a local scholarship fund, the Zach Warfield Memorial Scholarship. This is near and dear to my heart, and Zach was my cousin, like a brother to me, and he passed away suddenly on July 4th, 2011. To learn more about the scholarship, I have included a link here on the website where you can visit zach5k.org. Zach's scholarship is given annually to a deserving Frederick County student each year. We have had such incredible feedback the last year or so about the teacher-only program, and more specifically, the Warren Buffett approach to sell real estate, that we have been overwhelmed. We've used this approach to help clients sell their homes for $10,000, $20,000, or $30,000 more than similar homes on the market. And up until now, only teachers had access to this approach. Just recently, two things have happened that have changed that. First, we have put strict guidelines and a list of criteria in place that homeowners must qualify for our program. They have to be in sound financial position, they have to be able to pay off their mortgage when we sell their house, they must be willing to take action, and they must be able to adhere to our strict directions. Since we have done this, we found that resistance to our program has been eliminated, and everyone that applies shares our vision and thinking. Secondly, we've created what I call a diagnostic assessment. This diagnostic assessment is located under the Join Our Program link to your right over here. If you click on the Join Our Program, we'll be given more information about the Buffett program and will be sent the diagnostic assessment. I use this as a screening process, if you will, so that when we decide to work together, I have already collected data that is typical of a first meeting on our initial consultation that we have. And what I have found is that since I've implemented this diagnostic assessment, that only people who are truly interested in selling their home take time to fill out this assessment. This has freed me up to expand the Warren Buffett approach to sell real estate, not only to teachers, administrators, and school support staff of FCPS, but I have turned my attention to offering this amazing approach to a select few members in my community, you. So how would Warren Buffett go about selling your home, you may ask? First, let's take a look at what most people's mindset is and how most people approach the sale of their real estate. First, I will give you an analogy about business, and then we'll loop back around to see how this applies to real estate in your home sale. If you've ever sold $1 million plus business, you know you don't just wake up one morning, put a for sale sign out in your store window, and have someone write you a check. This is a very bad approach. If you want to maximize profits, most businesses are prepared for sale 6 to 8 months in advance at a minimum, and typically 12 to 24 months. During this period of time, the business owners often document every detail of the business, the marketing costs, the profit margins, the lifetime customer value of each new customer, the cost to acquire a new customer, the operating expenses, and so forth. They often, during this time, also start to fine-tune their procedures and systems for inventory and management and sales. In short, there are many different factors that business owners seek to improve during this time to make the business more attractive to a potential buyer of that business. It's very simple. The higher the perceived value, the higher the stock price of that business or company's stock. That is exactly how we teach our clients to prepare their home for sale, as if it's a business and as an investment. To show you, let me start with an example. Keep in mind, I'm not using real names here to avoid embarrassing these people. John and Sarah, we'll call them Client A, put their home on the market for $510,000. On that same day, Mike and Stephanie, and we'll call them Client B, put their home on the market for a full $30,000 more, $540,000. Both homes were nearly identical. Both had the same two-story layout, were in the same neighborhood, just a few blocks from each other. Built in the same year and had virtually all the same upgrades and design features, even built by the same builder. What happened next isn't what you'd expect. Mike and Stephanie, Client B, sold their home in just days, accepting an almost full price offer. John and Sarah, Client A, on the other hand, despite being priced a full $30,000 lower, their home sat on the market for months. Client A received hardly any showings. Very few buyers came to the house. The offers they did receive were lowball offers with heavy negotiations. There were lots and lots of contingencies as well. After 30 days, they did a price reduction. 60 days, another price reduction, this time for $10,000. After 90 days, there was another price reduction, and this continued. After 6 months on the market, Client A's home still hadn't sold. Eventually, they pulled their home off the market altogether. They were frustrated and depressed, and as you might imagine, they were puzzled. How was Client B, Mike and Stephanie, able to sell their home for a much higher sales price while John and Sarah seemingly couldn't give their home away? It had nothing to do with price or square footage, and it had nothing to do with lot size or design features. It was simply the fact that homeowner B did not make any cardinal home selling sins, or what I like to call fundamental mistakes, that homeowner A did. And he made a ton of them. One of Buffett's golden rules is he does not make fundamental mistakes. If Buffett were advising you how to sell your home, to maximize the profit from your investment, to unearth hidden profits, to attract a swarm of rabid and hungry buyers, he might reveal to you this secret. Do not make fundamental mistakes. Do not expose yourself to unnecessary risk, and do not get caught up in the emotions. We have discovered through studying Buffett the number one reason why 82% of our clients have told us they've experienced a horror story with another agent prior to finding us, when they've gone back and analyzed their situation, is because they were misled, deceived, steered in the wrong direction, etc. Often unknowingly at the advice of their agent into making fundamental mistakes, and therefore exposing them, their family, their financial situation to high levels of unnecessary risk. The first fundamental mistake is the assumption that all real estate agents are the same. This kind of thinking says that one agent is as good as another. Here's what typical uneducated sellers do. About 2 weeks before they put their home on the market, they interview 3 different agents. Each agent comes to your house, sits at your kitchen table, and does a listing presentation. They all show you the CMAs or comparative market analysis of your neighborhood, and they give you a range of what they think your home is worth based on neighborhood sales. Each evaluation comes in pretty close to each other, as you'd expect. The CMA, or marketing analysis, is a very common and the approach taken by about 90% of the real estate agents. Unfortunately, it's the least effective approach when it comes to maximizing the sales price and profits and increasing your time on the market. It sounds counterintuitive, I know, but buyers don't buy based on price. Buyers buy based on value. So if you can increase the value, or at least the perceived value of your home, like homeowner B did, you're able to legitimately increase your home sale price without running the risk of overpricing it. You definitely don't want to overprice your home. So this is a value-driven approach over a price-driven approach, and can account for such large spikes in profit. You may be thinking, how does someone go about taking a value-driven approach? Is there a plan they can follow? There is. And it starts with a totally different mindset. You have to stop thinking of your home as a home with a sales price and start thinking of your home as a business with a stock price. When working with our clients, this is what we call taking the Warren Buffett approach to sell real estate. When you do this, we've found there's an unusual way to extract upwards of $30,000 more from your home sale than similar homes on the market. This is where fundamental mistake number 2 is made. The seller didn't even bother to ask or even question, what if these agents were using an inferior, ineffective approach in the first place to gather this data they were looking at that ultimately would base their decision on? It's funny, in business, a consultant is sort of universally known as a guy who knows 112 ways to pick up a woman, but can't get a date on a Friday night. For the most part, this is true. Pretty much the same applies in real estate. But the businesses that sell and yield owners the most profit at the time of the sale, behind the scenes, there is usually almost always a smart consultant providing that person invaluable advice and direction. The challenge in real estate and selling your home is the same. Finding that person capable of providing you that invaluable direction. It can be tricky to find the right person, the right consultant, the right real estate agent. I don't know if there's a best way. I only know your eyes typically do not lie to you. Your ears will fool you. Those who make decisions based on what they hear rather than what they see, in my experience, almost always end up regretting these decisions later. A lot of agents have become masters at telling homeowners what they want to hear. That includes telling them inadvertently to overprice their home because that is, again, what the homeowner wants to hear. that their home is worth 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 more than what the value really reflects. So is this misleading? Yeah, absolutely, but it happens. There are a lot of agents in this business who are super convincing. These are charming people. These people have really mastered the whole game of influence and sales, and they've become real wordsmiths. So your ears, if you let what you hear influence you, they will lie to you. Your eyes, on the other hand, are your best friends. They never lie to you. Better yet, your eyes have the ability to see the truth. Here's one quick example. If an agent tells you how different he or she is than other agents and their approach is different and better than other agents, to really see the truth, just pay a quick visit to their websites. As I mentioned, your eyes won't lie to you. So you've got to ask this. Does this agent's website look different than any other agent we interviewed? When he came to speak with us, did this agent bring with him or her a listing presentation, just like every other agent did? Did he or she do a home evaluation or CMA just as every other agent? Did he talk about how important market trends are, stats are, just as every other agent? Again, your eyes will never lie to you. And in my experience, as in the case with pretty much all things in life, if someone does the exact same thing as everyone else does, what we call following the masses, it usually isn't, nor can it be, the most effective approach. So you really want to look for that person who not only sounds different and has different ideas than other real estate agents, but really looks different too in terms of how he or she presents themselves, their approach, etc. to the marketplace. You can learn a lot just by seeing and observing. If what I told you makes sense and you want to find out more about our program, I encourage you to take a look at the links provided, the testimonials of our satisfied clients, take a look at our recently published articles, and if you're thinking of selling your home and are in a position to sell, click the Join Our Program link to your right. I hope you found this video knowledgeable and beneficial to you, and good luck in a successful home sale. Thanks for watching and have a great day.